So we're going to go help Thomas. You push Nathan out of the room. He cannot possibly help you prepare for the exam. Once you're sure nobody's behind the door, you open the window and climb out into the yard loaded with ants. And then you run like the wind to your wooden fort where Thomas is in peril. The battle for the fort has already begun. Thomas is cornered. He swings a loose wooden plank, handing off three boys at once. This is not a fair fight by any means. Your friend is rugged enough to have a fighting chance against two of them. But three is too many for him to handle alone. Where have you been, Michael? They about to smash our fort. Get them! You flank the assailants and slam into them at full speed, channeling the cavalry of the holy warriors. You take them by surprise as you pull one of the aggressor's sway and knock him out with a punch to the jaw. Thomas cheers you on. You team up and make short work of the remaining foes. Your enemies retreat in shame. Thomas got a black eye and his knuckles are all covered in blood, but he looks unusually pleased with himself. Couldn't have done without you. Just look at them trying to tell us where to build our fort. Okay, time to fix her up. Your score on exam was merely satisfactory, but still well above a failing grade. The family is not too happy with you, but life goes on and your studies continue. You know, you could have worked harder to prove yourself to your teachers, but your wooden fort still stands proud, and that is what matters. And we became a little bit more tricky. Noble titles. Your education continues. As you study imperial law, you come to realize that there is a certain hierarchy even within the noble estate. It seems your father's status is not quite equal to that of the more eminent human and Arcanian gentry. You return home with this new information at your disposal. Father asks you about school after dinner, as he always does. And what is the difference between nobles of the mantle and those of the sword, Michael? You already have an answer ready. The latest status is hereditary, meaning that it is passed down from father to son. After the Arcanians, nobles of the sword are the most eminent humans in the empire. They own land and estates, they fill offices of the highest ranks, and the names of their bloodlines are preserved within the Great Blue Book. Nobility of the sword can only be granted only by the overseer of the province or the emperor himself. And how are such eminent people addressed? With the honorific L before their last name, you respond. Sir Augustine L. Borne, for example. Father pats you on the shoulder, clearly pleased. And what about the Arcanian and the status? What have you learned about them? The Arcanians stand above all human gentry. They are born to rule over the humans, regardless of their titles. No L is required when addressing them. They need no honorifics, for the names of their ancient dynasties are known to all, or dynasties. Thud not somberly. Yes, we can never be their equals. Do whatever Nerkin tells you and never defy them, ever. What about grandfather and me? Where do we stand as nobles? That is easy. Father and grandfather are nobles of the mantle. The title cannot be inherited, but it can be earned by any commoner as a reward for great service to the empire in a legion or as a civil servant. Father suddenly grows quiet and looks you in the eye intently. Yes, and someday you will earn a noble title too, son, all in due time. Sons of the nobility. 30 school teaches children of all stripes. Nobles of the mantle and low-born parents can send their sons here. And every passing day, the children of the noblemen invent new ways to snub and bully the commoners. Most of the time, the bully leading them is Diderik, the son of the secretary of the imperial chancellery and self-important slob. The sons of noblemen never pick on you, however they know that your father has been noble by the mantle. However, Diderik and his retinue soon choose Thomas as their favorite victim. Time and time again, you ask your friend not to pay them any mind, but again and again, Thomas grows angry and snaps at their self-satisfied mockery. It is early morning, the students are busy, flocking to the classroom for the next lesson. You wave Thomas over when you see him. He waves back at you, and then a bucket full of slop splashes on him. Needless to say, it is the work of Dioderic and his entourage. You hear his familiar creaky laughter. The tailor's son stings. How dare he sit next to decent folk? Thomas clenches his fist. Yeah, Dioderic. He throws himself at Dioderic's haughty entourage, like a soldier ready to wage war. He attacks them first. This is just what they expected, and they are free to retaliate. Barely makes one movement before 4 pairs of hands grab him at once. Dioderic sneers and kicks your friend in the belly. Thomas gasps for air and starts coughing. You stand between them as Dioderic readies another kick. The nobleman's son cocks an eyebrow. Why do you mingle with commoners? He asks. Your father is noble of the mantle. You ought to be friends with your own kind, your equals, not the dirt beneath your feet. Behind him, 4 boys hold Thomas down as he struggles furiously. The other students are watching you, frozen in fear. Derek haughtily extends a hand to you, clearly expects you to shake it. What will you do? So we cannot shake Derek's hand because we are friends with Thomas Guerrero, but we can admonish the nobleman's sons. It means the children of parents who have been ennobled by the mantle still bear the commoner's lot. We can turn him over to the teachers, and you seek the school authorities on Dioderic and his retinue, or we can challenge Dioderic to a fight. You challenge the nobleman's son to single combat. So, what's your choice?